What is Roblox Plus, and why is everyone in the Roblox developer community talking about it? If you've seen people saying Roblox is making developers pay to publish games, that is the simplified version making the rounds online. The reality is a little more specific and a lot more important for creators to understand. Today, Roblox Plus is a new subscription plan for players, but it also introduces creator benefits and, more importantly, sits alongside a bigger change to how some games are surfaced to younger users on the platform. So in this video, we're going to break down what Roblox Plus actually is, what it changes for players, what it changes for developers, and what it could mean for the future of Roblox tutorials and for our channel. Let's start with the basics. Roblox Plus launches on April the 30th and costs $4.99 a month. Roblox says it includes a 10% discount on in-game items and avatar purchases, which rises to 20% after 3 consecutive months. It also gives subscribers free and unlimited access to private servers in supported games, direct Robux transfers with no transaction fees, and a profile badge. Roblox also says it will offer optional bundles that combine the subscription with monthly Robux. For creators, there are two major parts here. First, Roblox says it will cover the discount itself, so creators still earn the same amount per item. In other words, the discount is being paid by Roblox, not taken out of the creator's cut. Roblox's own explanation is that subscribers can stretch their Robux further, which may let them buy more items overall. Second, creators can earn extra from Roblox Plus in two ways. Roblox says developers can earn up to 100 Robux for every Roblox Plus subscriber who spends 60 or more cumulative minutes in a game's paid private server over 30 days. Roblox also says creators can earn a 250 Robux bonus each month for up to 3 months for each new subscriber who joins through an in-game subscription prompt API. So what does that actually mean for games? Well, in the short term, Roblox Plus could increase spending power for some users, especially the most engaged ones. That is good news for games that already monetize through avatar items, game passes, perks, private servers, or subscription prompts. If players feel like they're getting more value from their Robux, they may spend more often. That part is an inference, but it follows directly from Roblox's design. The company says the discounts are meant to help players stretch Robux further while supporting creators. Private servers may also become more valuable. If your game has a strong social loop, roleplay community, VIP experience, or premium hangout structure, Roblox is now directly rewarding creators based on time spent in paid private servers by Roblox Plus subscribers. That means private server friendly games could benefit more than they did before. However, what we do need to know is that if Roblox Plus subscribers have access to free private servers, it's going to be a lot harder to convince them to spend time on paid private servers. Now here is the part that people care about the most. Roblox is also introducing Roblox Kids and Roblox Select for users under 16, rolling out in early June. Roblox says it is creating an ongoing selection process for games available to younger users. For Roblox Kids accounts, access will be limited to games with minimal or mild content labels that pass Roblox's selection process. For Roblox Select, access will be limited to games up to moderate that pass that process. And here's the line that is causing the most concern. Roblox says that, for content made available to users under 16, creators must complete ID verification, enable 2-step verification, and maintain an active Roblox Plus subscription. Now that does not mean that every Roblox game is suddenly behind a paywall. It does mean that if your goal is to have your game eligible for those younger user catalogues, Roblox is raising the requirements. That is a very different statement from Roblox Studio now costs money, which is a massive rumour going around online. Roblox also says age-checked users 16 and older will not see any change to their Roblox experience at launch, and that under 16 users will still have access to the vast majority of their favourite games. So this is more of a filtering and eligibility change than a full platform shutdown for creators. I also want to clear up one important detail. Roblox says that anyone can access its creator tools free of charge, and its studio documentation says Roblox Studio is free to use. This is one of the key selling points of Roblox Studio. Roblox also says creators can publish experiences through Studio. So the idea that you must pay to make and upload a Roblox game is not the full picture. The actual change is that some public visibility and some younger audience eligibility now come with additional requirements. That distinction matters a lot for small developers, hobbyists and tutorial creators. Now of course all of this is based on the documentation Roblox have provided so far. This may be subject to change, and if I find any changes I will make update videos. But all of that information is what we can infer from the current documentation. For established developers, Roblox Plus may be mostly about new monetization channels and better conversion from engaged players. But for smaller creators, especially those making beginner-friendly or child-oriented games, this could mean a bigger focus on compliance, content maturity labels, ID verification, two-step verification, and audience strategy. If your game is built for younger users, the bar to get into that younger user catalogue is now higher. This is again an inference, but it is a reasonable one based on Roblox's new selection framework. For tutorial creators, the impact is a little different. Videos teaching basic Roblox Studio, scripting, UI, movement systems, data stores, NPCs, shops, core gameplay loops, etc. are still useful because the foundation of building in Roblox has not changed. Roblox still says Studio is free, and the creator workflow still exists. But tutorials that depend heavily on the old assumption that every game is equally easy to surface to every audience may need updating. Now let us talk about our channel. We are still a Roblox first channel. That is where most of our audience comes from, and that is not changing overnight. But we would be lying if we said we were not thinking about the future. If Roblox keeps changing the rules around publishing, audience selection, age verification and monetization, then creators like us have to think carefully about where we spend our time. We're always going to do Roblox tutorials because that is what built this channel, and that is what a huge part of our community wants. But we also want to keep our options open. That means expanding into broader game development topics and possibly other engines in the future, while still continuing to support Roblox developers. In practical terms, that could mean tutorials on general programming concepts, game design, systems design, UI, UX, multiplayer logic, optimization, and we're also going to do content for other engines as well. Our goal is not to abandon Roblox, it's just to make sure the channel stays relevant, useful and resilient, no matter how the platform changes. Because at the end of the day, the best channels do not just follow one tool forever, they follow the people learning how to build. So you will start to see an increase in videos in, for example, the Unity game engine, Unreal Engine, as we broaden our horizons. So to sum it up, Roblox Plus is a new paid subscription for players, but it is also tied to new creator incentives and a stricter framework for games available to younger users. Roblox says creators can still earn from item sales, private servers and new subscription tools, but some public visibility requirements are becoming more demanding. And for us that means one thing, we're still making Roblox tutorials, but we're also thinking bigger for the future. Let me know what your thoughts are on these changes in the comments.